Yay, we live. Hi, everyone. Hi, Australia, down under. It's the first time actually streaming in the Australasia Facebook Access Consciousness space. And I have the honor today to have Susanna Mittermaier. Are you in Austria at the moment, Susanna?
Yes.
She's such a friend of mine. And also, she just released a new book, Advanced Pragmatic Psychology, right? A book written by you and Gary Douglas. Woo! Congratulations.
Yay.
I need to be honest, Susanna, I didn't read this yet, but I did the previous one. And actually, I've been seeing how you have been bringing that, anyway, how you are been using the Access Consciousness tool and bringing them in the world really with such a different perspective. So I'd like to ask you, first of all, what are you excited and bold about this new book? And yeah, just that, because there is something about, go ahead.
Yeah, it's so first of all, I love the cover. That's actually Gary's pick. It's so happy.
It's true.
That's being pragmatic. And then we have the what's it called, subtitle or something. It's creating a life on planet Earth without drama, upset, or intrigue. And that's such a perfect, title right now in times like these. So that's what I'm especially excited about, inviting people to a space of ease and joy beyond the need to be upset and the need to have drama. And that's truly what our future requires right now.
More than ever, right? Yeah. Because you had this book on the cook, like on the kitchen, I will say, before everything happened, right? You have been looking at creating, because this book has been an idea after you have been facilitating a 3-day class with Gary Douglas, right? And I remember it was so phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny with how those life forms, like books and whatever we all create, how the timing of them, when they would like to come and be actualized, it's never when we think. It's when it creates more. And I mean, most of us being impatient humanoids, we want everything yesterday. And this, like every time, like everything we create has this perfect timing where it just fits into this big, like orchestra of possibilities, where it's just like, here I am, it's time now. I want to contribute to the world. I want to contribute to you. And what if we all allow our creations to contribute to us? Like everything we actualize, what if that is something we celebrate, we acknowledge, we go, wow, what future would this create? Whether it's a class you create or a book you write or a blog you write, like what if you acknowledge what you are creating in the world with that and celebrate you and let this also contribute to you? Yeah.
And there is a level of trust as well, and confidence and honor of you, like that I've been seeing you during these years, like since I met you, right? The way I've been choosing, like that when I met you, you were still doing the practice, right, of psychiatric, right? Yeah. But still, like with that profession, it's such a serious profession, right? Like I was looking at you and I'm like, who is this beautiful woman that she's so happy? I remember you the first time I met you. For me, you had these long legs walking through a class. I was a newbie, and you had this happiness and this joy on you, and something that you probably never give up, right? Would you be willing to talk maybe about that as well?
I tried to give it up at times, definitely. But it's really hard. It's like, and I think most of us have tried to give up parts of us that are so us. And, we do it because we think it creates something, it creates a result, maybe people liking us or, whatever. And I tried it to be, maybe to be professional or to be seen as a real, whatever. And then it didn't work because I very soon into my job time, like working as a psychologist and therapist, I noticed I was so tired. I was not happy. And so I asked myself, I actually had this, either this changes or I'm looking for another job. And what I noticed later, it's the happiness that I had chosen to not be. And this is such a resource, it's like who you are. And, the happiness, it's a resource where you perceive the world the way you uniquely do, like nobody else does. And then you get so much awareness of that you can contribute to the world like nobody else. And that's like where, not tolerating that anymore, but, choosing to go for this allowance of who you are and how, how everybody else is. And then, navigating through the world in a different way.
Yeah. It's interesting. Oh, well, the phone is ringing. I am in a house. Hey. I didn't even know I have a phone. That's fine. Sorry, guys. I'm like, shut up. And it's really, thank you for that. Because like, what if it's really like the willingness to never give up ourselves? Because that's the point, like such an example. Thank you, Susanna, for that. And what I was saying before about this new book that's been just released, right? Like creating a different life on the planet Earth, like on this, I don't know how you call it in English either. It's like subtitle, always an introduction of like, and you have been saying this is possible, right? Creating a life without trauma, drama, upset, and intrigue, as you say. Because you have been looking at these, I mean, you have been facilitating classes since the last 10 years, I think, is correct? Mm-hmm. Writing a couple of books, and this is the third or the fourth, and going through like changes and creating your own business. And this time of history, of course, this COVID-19 period, it's a very different time for anyone around the world, right? Every day a news comes up that let us see, they talk about COVID-19, but there is something else behind here, we all know. And I just talked with my brother, for example, that he's in Italy, and was like, he told me, Francesca, here people are scared. People are like, they are not happy. Like there is this, right? So what inspiration can we be for everyone reading this book? Of course, you have to buy it, and then you have to like buy it, gift it, read it. It's also such a light book as well, and easy too. But something else about that. Yes. The possibility to live beside trauma.
Yeah. So in times like drama, whether it's in your family or something worldwide, what people oftentimes go to is that they have decided that they don't have choice. So it's like, and anytime we go into this, somebody else decides for us, it's like we create our own lockdown, in our own worlds. We don't need anybody else locking us down. We create our own lockdown. And I don't know if is it working?
Yeah, no, it's working. Okay. It's perfect. Because awesome. Because we had some technical problem before. That's why
I'm always checking, Like,
beautiful and sounds amazing.
Thank you. So it's like when we've decided someone else decides for us, we create our own lockdown, and it's like we just need to remind ourselves that we have choice in every moment, no matter what's going on around us, no matter how crazy the world is, we have choice. And it's like the choice in that is how are you viewing the situation? What's your perspective? And you can always change your perspective. That's a power you have that nobody else can take away from you. Nobody. And so we just need to remind ourselves that we have the power to change our perspectives. And how do you do that? Well, start by asking questions. Like, what else is possible here? How does it get any better than this? And this is where you change your perspective. Even if your brain says, oh my God, this is just terrible. This is hopeless. Somebody else decides that the world has no future. Okay. Or you go, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Say it 100 times if you need. Hey, what else is possible here? How does it get any better? And that is where you outcreate your own lockdown, your own, like, our minds are great lockdowners. and you can just see a different perspective of, and it's like, I talked about this yesterday, like when you look for a parking space, when you find one and other cars before you have driven by that same parking space and you go, how did they not see that? Because they have the point of view, there is no parking space, they can't see it because their point of view is in the way. But you go, hey, I'd like to have it easy. Where's my parking space? Universe, show me. And you are the person finding it. And you can apply the same to a macro level when you play with the whole world, where you go, okay, where is universe? Where are my possibilities? Where's my playground? Where is my amazing, grand and glorious living? Please show me. And what else is possible? What would I have to be? And how different would I have to be willing to be?
Yeah. Thank you. I love it. I love the conversation. And I play with the parking spot all the time. I actually asked my car, I'm like, let's find a nice one, easy to park, that we go there and safe. And as soon as we go there, look, someone else goes away. I'm like, huh. But it's true, like, yeah.
And that's your willingness to receive, you have this trust of, the universe has my back and I'm letting it in. And that is so different, Yeah. Wow.
And everyone now is appreciating about what you'd say, like lockdown owners, like you can create your own lockdown, and also the willingness to look at that and be so vulnerable and not judging each other when we did that, when we do that, when we when we experience it, because we can change it. If we put ourselves in lockdown, we can change it, right? And as well, we can change as well if the country are putting ourselves in lockdown, because we can ask for something greater to show up.
Yeah. So and we so underestimate our power. It's like we underestimate our power in choosing, in our choice and in our ability to ask questions. This, like, in our ability to change our perspectives. What if we don't underestimate our power anymore? Oftentimes we go to and read the news somewhere and go, oh my God, another thing. And then we make that bigger rather than, thank you for the information. What power and potency do I and do we have to outcreate this with total ease? And let's not underestimate our power anymore. Let's acknowledge it and ask, how can I use this to have way more ease than is normal in this situation? And many people, many humanoids actually do have ease in this situation that is not normal. And what if you don't hide it anymore? What if you don't hide your difference and your ease anymore, but let it unleash, let it be seen, let it inspire other people and ask you, hey, what are you doing? Why are you having so much ease? I want that too. I want what you have.
And that's a great inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Being you, it's really be the difference you be and go around the world. Thank you so much, Susanna. And when I was listening to the interview that ACP, right, you had with ACP on the launch of the book, Gary was there, Grace was there, you were there too, and Julia Soto were interviewing you, how Gary has been very simply explained how pragmatic psychology actually has been created from a conversation you had with him. Because psychology at the beginning, like in the oldest, were referred like about the discovery of the knowing, or
study of knowing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then now by late, like during the centuries and with the change of cultures, psychology actually now it's the understanding of the behavior, right? So Gary said, well, let's create something that will change it around again.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and you see it right now, it's like you become pragmatic, you do what works when you trust what you know and that you know. And it's like people keep running to other people looking for answers. Who knows better than me? You know best what works for you. You just need to, trust that again. And that's you. Yeah, that's just setting you off for a different way of navigating the world.
Great. Thank you so much, Susanna, really. And I want to post where the people can buy the book from Access Consciousness, like the website. And as well, there is John Newman there. I will write John Newman. He will Newman, probably. Hopefully it's correct. Yeah. It's also, you can order and pinging him. If you are in Australia, you want to have a more direct shipping, then there is as well, like you can buy them in Kindle for Amazon. Let's make this book a bestseller.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you. And where people can find you, Susanna? What is your website? Everyone probably know you, but let's say it.
It's really easy. It's SusannaMittermaier.com or pragmaticpsychology.com. And the book, like we made a landing page, or not we, like ACP made a landing page. It's advancedpragmaticpsychology.com. And then you can find all the different, whatever they're called, ebook, book,
Yes,
advancedpragmaticpsychology.com. Yeah.
Okay, let me just do it. Like, so people will get it here. Let's try to be as good as possible. Great. That's so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm very happy that you had this time. Psychology.com. Good. Good.
Thank you, Francesca. And I love how you are in Australia now and seeing your pictures and enjoying. Wonderful.
Cool. Thank you. I'm actually very grateful too. And it's been one of those choices that were not logical.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I was like, as you just talked for the last 15 minutes, like for your knowing, for what you knew, even if I tell you, it was quite scary because you don't have any, anything that I could relate in the future, what was going to happen. That has been a big leap, but I'm here and I'm excited, I'm happy. And what else is really possible?
Yep.
Right?
Things are expanding. Yeah. Wow.
Because of the fact that when we ask what else is possible, but we have already a definition of what that have to be, works or no. But when we don't, and we ask for the infinite possibility to show up, it's really that asking to the universe, show me exactly what is possible. That's cool.
Thank you. Brilliant.
You are very excited. Grazie mille. People are thanking for the interview. Thank you for being here. Guys, share it everywhere. And what can we be today? There will be that inspiration that Susanna was talking about to change the world. And changing the world is not the things that you have to, change tons of people. Just one person, right? Just being you is there. So thank you so much, Susanna. Thank you, everyone. And see you soon.
Ciao.